So if you're on Twitter, on social media, you know that during this time, a lot of the players have been tweeting when and where, as I mentioned before the break, they want to play. And so we thought there's a segment there. We hashed it out, and here's what it's going to be. I'm just going to ask our panelists either when or where certain things happen in their lives. Anthony, we'll begin with you. When did you think you might want to pursue a second career in broadcasting?
Honestly, it was all you guys. I heard from SNY several times, and I think it was around that 2015 season. Hey, Anthony, when you're done, come back, look us up. We think you'd be great at this. And that's what really kickstarted it in my head. That's when I first started thinking about it. And then obviously as 18 started winding down, and I could tell it was the end of my career. I think I reached out to Dave Mandel, our producer here, and we got talking, and here I am.
I gave you his number, just for
I
the
think
record.
Actually, you're right, Andy. You did. That's right. I forgot.
How about
I reached
that?
out to you first. Very good.
Andy, where did you go on your first ever date?
Gosh. Fifth grade roller skating party in the school cafeteria. I held hands with a young lady that we pre-planned it. I think we could call that the first date.
That was the key, whether you pre-planned it or not.
We did. We were gonna hold hands that night. It was big time.
Big step.
Some of you guys know this. Some of you guys know this already. First ever girlfriend, first ever date, 6th grade. She broke up. Todd, when was the first time ever a manager called you into his office?
Whitey Herzog, well, I guess prior to that in the minor leagues, but at the big league level, Whitey Herzog was the first manager that called me into the office, and it was the day either that he resigned, or the day before, and said to me, Todd, you're my catcher. You should remain a catcher, and don't let these guys tell you any differently. And then the next day he was gone. So that was the first thing that I remember Whitey Herzog calling me into his office.
I may not be a catcher going forward. Doug to Anthony is what it says on the script. I'm not sure why I just read it out loud.
Don't read anything you put in the prompter.
That's just that's Ron Burgundy stuff right there. Where is the best minor league town, Anthony?
Oh, that's a good one. For me, it was, and I got to play there it was my hometown, Vancouver, Canada. It was unbelievable there. I loved being there. That city was awesome. A lot of baseball people there, but outside of that, just a beautiful city. A lot of things to do, great food, everything.
Doug to Andy, when did you write the worst column of your career?
Oh, one time I wrote a column that people still throw back at me on Twitter that said, the headline was, I have this memorized, Jacob deGrom gets all the hype, but Michael Pineda is better. I wrote that column. It was early deGrom, but I was not right.
No, you weren't right, but at least you're on this show talking about it.
Yeah.
Doug to Todd, where were you the most starstruck in any of your sordid careers? Because you do have several careers.
Wow, the most starstruck. You know what? I would say when the guys from the 2000 team got to visit the White House and sit in the Oval Office. And politics aside, it was just an amazing experience to be in the Oval Office with George W. Bush and to see the grounds. And there was a big day in his historic time. It was his first day that he was leaving to go to a foreign country, and it was the Timothy McVeigh execution day. And he had to decide, while we were sitting in the office, he was making the decision whether to address the public on the McVeigh execution. So that to me was something that I just realized the enormity of it all while I was sitting in that office.
That's good stuff.